Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Welcome to hour number 4 of the line. This seemed like a long episode, John Bird. I don't know about you, but feel like it's been more than 3 hours.
No, man, it's humming right along, brother. It's humming right along.
ProLift bringing you this part of the show. ProLift Doors. That's my buddy Mike Miller out at ProLift. Man, they do a good job. I was talking to Justin, and he was telling me about some of the work that they did over at his place and said they just did such a bang-up job. They did fantastic work. And many of you have called Mike and gotten work done. There's a lot of things that can be done. You need to replace panels or doors or the garage door openers themselves. They got all kinds of different options. There's the option to insulate your garage doors. I think there's a lot of people out there that maybe don't have them insulated. You may want to try that because it can keep your garage a little cooler. And then once winter rolls around, it'll keep your garage a little warmer. You can kind of block that thing off, if you know what I'm saying. So lots of things that can be done. And it's more than just your regular car garage on the side of your house. I'm talking big barn doors, like big roll-up doors for warehouses and everything else. So if you got any garage door needs, keep this phone number on you. Go ahead and put it in your phone so you got it. Write it down, whatever you need to do. 205-346-8465. It's 205-346-8465. But if it's easier to remember, here's the website. ProLiftDoors.com, and that will get you squared away. That's where all the info is at. Right there. All right, what else do we got, John Bird? Let me just look through here right quick, fast, and in a hurry. A big announcement on Thursday. That'll be tomorrow. Seems that I think the Todd Blanche hearing is over at this point. I didn't really get to keep up. I saw a little bit of Jay Clayton and a little bit of Todd Blanche, but it was your typical, rah-rah, my team, your team, get a sound clip for the news tonight or whatever. You know how they do. But if there's anything big that came from that I didn't see, I'll bring it to you. Over to the immigration side of things and ICE, because this is a big story right now, and even Republicans are speaking out on the situation with ICE, saying that they need to pull back some. That ICE needs to pull back, quit being so aggressive and arresting and deporting illegals. And it's kind of like, why? I mean, they're illegal. Like, that's kind of the whole reason for doing this. There was one in particular, though, and all of this is coming on the back of a shooting that happened in Maine, which I'll talk about in a minute. But there was one out in Florida where they pulled over a car, and I think there were 4 people in the car and that were illegal, and it was somebody that they were targeting, I guess. Well, they jump out of the car, and one of the illegals runs into traffic to get away and gets hit by a semi-truck and killed. Just like straight illegal immigrant frogger.
Dang.
Just splat. 28-year-old presumed illegal alien fleeing immigration officers in St. Augustine, Florida, struck and killed by a semi-truck after he ran into oncoming traffic. The deceased man was one of 4 individuals in a vehicle stopped by federal agents in the parking lot of a gas station very early Friday morning of last week. The 4 individuals fled on foot, and one of them ran into oncoming traffic when he was fatally struck. The immigration status of the 28-year-old is technically unclear, but they suspect him to be illegal. Said he died following an encounter. Well, this says it was Tuesday. They're saying early Friday, but this says it was Tuesday. I don't know if this was yesterday or Tuesday of last week. Following an encounter with Immigration and Customs enforcement and Homeland Security investigations in St. Augustine. The man fled agents and was hit by a truck. FHP was not involved in the operation, but is currently investigating the incident, which took place shortly before 7 a.m. They said preliminary information revealed that an encounter between HSI and ICE agents occurred in the parking lot of a local gas station. That's according to, I guess that's Florida Highway Patrol Master Sergeant Dylan Bryan. He said that 4 people ran off and one was hit by a tractor trailer after running across State Road 16. Said the reason the tractor trailer driver stopped and tried to help the victim. A photo published by the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office shows a truck complete. It shows a truck for the company Eggland's Best blocking the highway. So it was an egg truck, I guess is what it was. It said last week an illegal alien from Mexico was fatally shot after trying to run over an ICE agent in Houston. And then an illegal alien from Colombia was fatally shot in Maine this week after trying to run over ICE agents, which is the one in Maine is the one that's getting all the attention right now. Even Susan Collins has come out and urged Mclain Mullen to cease non-urgent vehicle stops. Non-urgent, whatever that means. She said, while the investigation of the Biddeford shooting is not yet complete, it raises sufficient critical questions that I spoke with DHS Secretary Mark Mullen last night about and urged him to cease all non-urgent vehicle stops. She said, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read her whole statement. She put out a whole big thing. And apparently, Mclain Mullen has agreed to do so. She says, I am encouraged that the department has agreed to do so. An impartial investigation into the shooting in Biddeford needs to proceed as the details surrounding this tragedy are important. It's always, when these situations happen, and everybody freaks out about it, and then we actually get the evidence of it, it's like, okay, they did try to run over the cop. What do you expect? Apparently, ICE agents privately fumed over Mullen's decision to suspend their non-urgent vehicle stops. It says, in speaking with numerous ICE sources today, this is according to Bill Malugin, most are expressing frustration that this will cause their arrest numbers to fall off a cliff, while in effect, a large majority of their arrests involve vehicle stops. They will now largely have to rely on court arrests, detainer transfers, USCIS interviews, or consensual encounters, roving patrols on foot to make arrests in bigger numbers. ICE prefers to target people in their vehicles instead of their homes because homes require, one, a judicial warrant to enter, and vehicles are considered safer, like someone can run into their home and grab a weapon, and targets can be followed to public areas where warrants aren't required. So, essentially, this makes it harder on ICE agents to do their job. But what you'll likely see is, we'll get the video of this, and it's going to be like, okay, well, they tried to run over the ICE agent, and you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's how that always works out. Always works out. When this first happened, there was I saw this video. There was a lone woman that lived in the area there in Bedford, Maine. And she, after seeing the commotion, or I guess the police tape, ran over there to find out what was happening, found out that it was an ICE-involved shooting, and with none of the facts whatsoever, ran home to get her No Kings poster, came back to the scene, and essentially started protesting. And so this one reporter that's on the scene to cover the story goes up to her and asks her, like, what are you doing? And what exactly are you protesting? And her answers to his questions tell you everything you need to know about the people that jump to these conclusions.
Morning, I'm John. I'm with the Main Wire.
Hi,
Nice to
Alyssa.
meet you. So, what do you got going on here?
This is for ICE to get out of our city. They just shot and killed another innocent person for no reason, other than they're not white.
Did you have that sign already made up? Or?
Yes, I did. I went to No Kings 3, baby.
All right, so I'm a member of the media and I don't have any of the details. What details do you have?
Only based on what I've seen and just, I woke up this morning
Okay.
and went on Facebook. Sure as ICE is in Biddeford, that somebody's been shot. I Googled where it was right up my street.
Okay.
I came out, saw that it was all blocked off, saw people congregating, went home, got my sign, walked around my neighborhood, alerted my neighbors, ICE is in the area, they just shot and killed another person.
Are you aware that there is something planned for 12 o'clock at the park?
Yes, I am.
Will you be there?
I will be there.
Just it might be a controversial question, but I think it's a fair one.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we wait for the facts?
At this point, what ICE is doing is un-American. They are going around abducting documented people based on their color. They are being told when the documented person tells them that they have the documents, you know what ICE tells them? It doesn't matter. We've been told to pick up everybody and anybody. They have quotas to meet. So no, we shouldn't wait for the facts. The facts are they are doing things illegally. They are doing things based on race. They are not doing things based on the law and what should be happening in our country.
I understand you're upset,
Yes.
but where are you getting the information that ICE has quotas?
From the news.
Okay.
I am very involved in the news. I know everything that is happening right now. I know how unhealthy our administration is. Right now, we have a pedophile running our country. And we are acting like it's normal and it's okay for men to rape and abuse women and children and get away with it. Is that okay? Is that American? Is that the American dream?
I'm really into the news, and I know what's going on.
What an idiot.
I don't need the facts. I know. I watch the news. I don't need to wait on the facts, Mr. Reporter. I know that people are getting disappeared because they're brown. Man, she's got to be a bundle of fun. I bet she's fantastic at parties. Oh my God, I watch the news. I don't need facts. 205-545-9950. Let's keep it rolling, man. More show coming up after this. Mandu, MANDUU.com. Mandu.com. I'm back in the saddle today. I'm going to Mandu after the show. I'm going to get my workout in. I'm sure they've missed me because I've been gone for a minute. I say a minute. I think I was there last Friday or last Wednesday. But it's rare for me to miss, days. If I got something going on, I got it going on. And that's what I love about Mandu is it's always so flexible with your schedule. It's only 15 minutes, literally 15 minutes. That's the workout. Personal trainer tells you exactly what to do. You put the suit on. It's called EMS, electrical muscle stimulation. And so you put this suit on, and on the suit, it's got these pads that are like built in. And so they send these pulses to all your major muscle groups all over your body. And it feels like it just feels like it's vibrating. And so as you're doing a workout, you're doing curls, you're doing stretches and all these other different things that your personal trainer is directing you to do, your suit is working you out at the same time. And that's the beauty of it. John Bird knows this. There's several of us. Even Leland and AJ have done Mandu before. Damian Mitchell, we all do it. We all love it. It's absolutely fantastic. So I want you to try it out. Remember, every one of y'all got a free session. I don't care if you're a man, woman, 18 or 80 years old. Everybody goes. All kinds of different people go to Mandu. There's 3 locations. There is Homewood, easy to find, Huntsville, and Tuscaloosa. All the information's on the website for all the locations. Mandu.com, MANDUU.com. You also go there to claim your free session. When you show up, just let them know, hey, I heard about you on the line with Andrew Mclain. I'm good buddies with Paul, who's the owner of the Homewood Mandu, and he's such a good guy. I talk to him almost daily, and I'm so grateful, not just for his friendship, but I'm grateful for Mandu in general and what it's done for me. Here's the number if you want to get in touch with the Homewood studio because you got questions or whatever, 205-438-6003. 205-438-6003. Mandu.com. MANDUU.com. Yeah. You want to talk a little bit about Iran? We had U.S. Central Command announced a 4th consecutive day of strikes as the naval blockade has resumed. And as soon as this started a couple of days ago, Iranian officials immediately called Trump. And they're like, please, Mr. President, please stop. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm not stopping because you guys have been BSing us. And it comes down to the people, the negotiators, while they have the power, quote unquote, to negotiate, they don't have the power to tell other factions what to do, such as Iranian proxies. While, yes, they fund them and they train them and everything else, but even the split between the parliament and the IRGC, the Iranian military, they can't seem to all get on the same page. And so Trump is saying, well, you best figure out how to get on the same page because we're back into blocking you guys in. You're not going to be shipping oil through the Strait of Hormuz. We are going to be bombing everything in sight that could possibly attack a commercial shipping vessel. And that's it. Here's the thing, we wouldn't put up with it, even if none of this happened, and even if Iran was not, goofing around with a nuclear weapon, we wouldn't put up with a globally traded commodity being toyed with by psychopaths in Iran, shooting vessels and keeping vessels from going in and out of there and jacking up the price of oil. We wouldn't allow it. And they have proven that anytime we do something they don't like, which simply existing is one of those reasons that they could be, closing the strait or whatever they call it. It's not something that we can have, that we can allow to happen. It's not the reason we're over there, but we're making it clear that into the future, you're not going to be allowed to do this. We're not letting crazed Islamic cave dwelling individuals control the price of gas here at home and across the world. It's just not going to happen. So that's what the current military actions are accomplishing. CENTCOM said that they completed an additional round of strikes against Iran at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on July 14th, hitting dozens of military targets near the Strait of Hormuz and the Iranian coastal areas. U.S. fighter aircraft, drones, and naval vessels launched precision munitions against Iranian missile and drone sites, naval capabilities, and coastal defense systems during the 7-hour wave to further degrade Iran's ability to threaten commercial shipping and civilian crews. The strikes took place the same day U.S. forces resumed the naval blockade against vessels transiting to or from Iranian ports and coastal areas. The blockade went into effect at 4 p.m. Eastern yesterday. U.S. forces remain vigilant, lethal, and prepared to execute operations directed by the commander-in-chief. FAFO, baby. That's what we call that. Quit shooting at chips, and we'll quit blowing you up. But simple as that. Also, let us come get that nuclear dust, or we'll blow you up as well. 205-545-9950. 545-9950. Alabama Men's Clinic bringing you this part of the show. Alabama Men's Clinic. Y'all know all about the Men's Clinic, man. Let me tell you, I love the Men's Clinic. They've done wonders for me, man. If it wasn't for them, dude, I'd be dragging every morning. I went, as you know, got tested. I've told this story 100 times, but I'm going to tell you again. Went and got tested. Did not suspect I had low testosterone. I thought there's no way, but I'm going to do it because I wanted to be able to come on the airwaves and say, hey, I got tested out. Remember John Bird, Dale Jackson always used to say, yeah, I went and got tested, but my testosterone's perfectly fine. And yeah, we were all like, no, come on. But anyway, I went and got tested, and sure enough, it was low, and I was surprised by that because I mean I'm 40, but I figured I'd be at least in my 50s or 60s before it started declining. But there's a lot of different factors that cause this stuff. And there are different signs that a lot of people don't even recognize. A lot of people just think, low T equals ED, and that's not the case. It can be the case. I mean, it can be a direct sign of low testosterone, but there's many things. And they explain all that to you. Once you go set yourself an appointment, you go up there, they test you and see where you're at, and they give you the schooling, all the information you need to make decisions. And they help you make the decisions because everybody's different. So they've got different treatments and different things based on what your needs are and what you're looking to do. There's so many benefits to getting your T levels leveled out and even getting them up there to a higher level than they, would be otherwise. So y'all are literally on the verge. I'm talking to you guys. Y'all are on the verge of living your best life if you will just take the plunge and try this out. Just simply go get tested and see where you're at and then make a decision from there. Maybe your levels are fine. Maybe they're somewhat normal, but you'd like them to be higher because you like the benefits of having higher testosterone. Nothing wrong with that, man. So many benefits. They'll explain all that to you. You just got to set up your appointments. You can do it on the website. Take you like 30 seconds to do it, alabamamensclinic.com. But if you want to call them and that's easier for you, do that as well. Just make sure you mention me. You heard it on the line. The guys up there are great. My boy Jeremy will take care of you, and you'll be a happy camper. 205-598-7000. 205-598-7000. Online, alabamamensclinic.com. Yeah. alabamamensclinic.com. You'll get that hooked up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time, everybody, that we bring to you the Wheel of Segment.
Criminals that suck.
Criminals that suck.
Gosh.
Yeah. Here we go. Criminals that suck. Yeah, buddy. Let's start off here, John Bird. Let's start off in Indianapolis. How does that sound?
That sounds like a good start to me.
It says, quote, "This is a bank robbery. 71-year-old man arrested for allegedly robbing downtown banks to pay his electric bill." That's a high-ass electric bill. You got to rob a bank to pay for it. And he's 71. It's kind of like, come on. Just somebody pay his electric bill. Police have arrested a man accused of robbing two banks downtown in Indianapolis to help him pay for his electric bill, according to court documents. 71-year-old Calvin Henderson faces two preliminary counts of robbery. Both are level 5 felonies. That sounds bad.
That's not good.
The investigation into Henderson began on July 10th when police received a report indicating that an active robbery was taking place at the BMO Harris Bank. 3 days later, detectives were assigned to investigate another robbery that was reported at the First Financial Bank. Police met and spoke with a witness at the BMO Harris Bank when Henderson allegedly entered the bank and approached the teller counter. Court documents state that Henderson initially claimed that he had an account with BMO and began to complete a deposit slip. It was at that time that he allegedly passed a note to the teller which said the following, quote, $100, 4 rolls, $50, 4 rolls, $20, 2 rolls. This is a robbery. Do not distract your patrons or other tellers, and it won't be no trouble. This is a bank robbery. He put that in there twice.
He wanted to make sure that they understood that this was a bank robbery.
The woman who Henderson allegedly passed the note to told police that she complied and provided him with $640. Henderson then left the bank and headed eastbound on Ohio Street. 3 days later, police were directed to the First Financial Bank for a reported robbery. The caller said the suspect, who police again identified as Henderson, was last seen walking eastbound on Washington Street. As part of the investigation, police conducted an interview with the bank teller. She said Henderson allegedly handed her a bank slip demanding, quote, bank robbery, 4 rolls of $100 bills. Fearing for her life, the teller told police she handed Henderson an undetermined amount of money along with bait money from the drawer. Court documents indicate that Henderson was later detained at the transit center on East Washington Street. A detective noted that Henderson was wearing clothes that appeared to match the description provided by bank employees. Detectives also located a blue pen displaying the word "first" on it. After detaining Henderson, they determined that this pen had been taken from inside First Financial Bank. Police also found a fresh $50 bill lying next to the suspect. While searching through the front pocket of Henderson's jacket, police reported finding $1,602, according to court documents. Detectives also reviewed surveillance footage that appeared to show Henderson wearing the same clothing inside First Financial Bank that he had on when he was detained. During an interview with police, Henderson reportedly admitted to the robberies, quote, to get money to pay his bills. He added that he did not use a weapon during the robberies and that he was motivated to do so because he, quote, needed the money to pay an electric bill that he said cost $300. Henderson was placed under arrest, transported to the Marion County Jail. Online court records do not yet indicate when he is scheduled to appear in Marion Superior Court for his initial hearing in the case.
Leave the man alone. He's just trying to pay his bills.
Yeah, you probably should, maybe go put a sob story on Facebook with a GoFundMe kicker.
Yeah, I mean, just, give the man a break. Man, the police are just, gosh.
They're just doing their job, John Bird.
Yeah, that's what you say.
It's an old country lawyer coming out in you, defending this man. I'm here to defend this bank robber who was simply paying his bills. Next up, dog walker who shot himself arrested for impersonating FBI agent. That's interesting.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. I can tell.
A 47-year-old Somers man who fabricated a story about being shot at his residence in May, resulting in his arrest on several charges, was arrested over the holiday weekend for impersonating an FBI agent at Rye Playland. This was, I guess this was over the 4th of July. John Fiore with a Mayopac address was arrested in May after telling police he opened the front door of his residence and observed an unknown man standing on the steps who fired a single round from a handgun, striking him in the left knee. A state police investigation determined that the story was fabricated and the gunshot wound was self-inflicted. Fiore was charged with multiple counts of criminal possession of a controlled substance, 13 counts of criminal possession of a weapon, and falsely reporting an incident. Drugs and guns were seized from the home in May. Then, on July 4th, undercover Westchester County police assigned to Rye Mclain encountered Fiore at the park where, while wearing an FBI badge on his waistband, he was telling everyone who would listen that he was an FBI agent who had been shot in the line of duty. The undercover cops stopped Fiore to talk to him. Fiore was accompanied by his dog, which was wearing a tan vest with a canine patch with a blue line as well as other patches.
Okay, all right, yeah, go ahead and arrest this guy.
Fiore told them that he and his dog had recently been shot, and he removed a knee brace to display a wound. Fiore then raised the hem of his shirt to reveal a gold shield at his waist. He then stated he was FBI and that he and the dog had been shot in the line of duty. To make the tale even better, according to the Westchester County Police, he went on to say that his dog had bitten and killed their attacker. When Fiore went back to the Tiki Bar restaurant, an employee in the area gave the officer a business card that Fiore had provided. It was for a dog walking service with John Fiore listed as the owner. Already doubting the story, the county investigators followed up and were unable to find any evidence of an FBI agent by the name of John Fiore, an FBI agent involved in the shooting, or an FBI K-9 who killed a suspect. What police did find was the story from May announcing Fiore's arrest following the fabricated shooting story at his house. Cops entered the Tiki Bar and retrieved Fiore, then took him to the precinct. According to police, as they were walking him to the Mclain precinct, he knocked the shield off his waistband and attempted to kick it out of sight. Unsuccessfully. He was charged with felony criminal impersonation and is due in the Rye City Court on July 14th, which was yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
He knocks the FBI badge off and tries to kick it off the side so they don't see it. Is that what you're talking about? I didn't say I was an FBI agent.
Yeah, this is the same guy that wanted groceries, right? I mean, that wanted to pay his bills.
No, we're on a different story.
What? I just thought this guy lived an adventurous life.
No, this is another story about a guy who shot himself in the leg in May.
In the bank when he was holding it up.
No. That guy never had a weapon. This is another guy that shot himself in the leg and then told police that someone came up to his porch and shot him in the leg. They found out it was fabricated, and then they end up finding him a couple weeks later, and he's in the park pretending to be an FBI agent with a K-9.
Okay, so he didn't. Okay, all right, I got that. The first guy.
You were busy at the end of the last story, and I.
No, I was listening intently. It's just you didn't make it clear. You didn't say our next story. See, when you don't say that, you confuse people.
Okay.
Don't confuse us.
Our next story. Thief tries to rob bank in Beltsville with stolen kitten in hand.
Oh.
A man grabbed a kitten from the adoption area of a Maryland pet store, then allegedly tried to use her to rob a nearby bank. But it was far from the perfect crime. Police were on the scene in minutes, and the kitten named Magnolia came through all of it unharmed. Security camera video shows a man wearing a light-colored T-shirt and a black beanie walking into Pet Supplies Plus on Baltimore Avenue. Seconds later, he ran out clutching the black and white kitten. Witnesses say he kept running straight for the PNC Bank in the same shopping center. Stephanie Stolich of Beltsville Community Cats Rescue was nearby when she got a call from a very alarmed store employee around 10:30 a.m. They said someone used the key hanging nearby to open the cat adoption area and take the 3-month-old Magnolia. Stolich drove over immediately. She said, quote, immediately saw all of these police cars, and I thought, wow, that's a heck of a response for a stolen cat. But then I realized they were all going down to the bank. She said they came back out a few minutes later and said, yes, there's a cat inside the bank. Apparently, he went into the bank with the cat in his arms, and he walked up to the bank employee and said, can you hold this? And then he wrote a note and handed it to the bank teller, and it said, essentially, give me all your cash. Prince George's police confirmed they took the man into custody at the bank. Employees at the pet store said he's been coming in nearly every day for a couple of weeks, always making a beeline for the kitten. Came in and saw that none of my team was nearby the front, and he just went right to her and ran right on out. But they got Magnolia back, and she's still up for adoption. I mean, for 2 weeks, so you were thinking this is the perfect crime, like I'm going to rob a bank with a kitten?
So this guy got shot in the leg
Oh, my God.
with a kitten.
No.
No?
And that's what we call criminals that And that's how we do it, baby. Let me tell you about Chuck Davis real quick. ChuckDavisLaw.com. ChuckDavisLaw.com. Speaking of country lawyers, Chuck Davis is the man. I do respect the country lawyer, but Chuck Davis is my guy, and he's the one that handles all my stuff. So if you got situations going on, you need representation, Chuck Davis is going to be your guy. Otherwise, I wouldn't be telling you about him. Divorce, custody, wills, probate, contracts, personal injury, wrongful death, slip and fall, whatever it may be. If you got issues and you need an attorney, call Chuck Davis, even if it's outside of his wheelhouse. He's got a network of the best attorneys around. He can at least send you in the right direction to where you're not leaving empty-handed. But seriously, call him. You're going to enjoy talking to him. He's going to listen to you. That's a big thing for me as an attorney that'll actually listen to what I got to say. He's that guy. So reach out to him. Let him know I sent you, and he'll take care of you. 205-823-9992. That's 205-823-9992. And online, ChuckDavisLaw.com. No representation is made that the legal services provided are superior to the legal services provided by other lawyers. This song is from years and years ago, and it almost predicted the future. Talking about seeing your face on the telephone. It goes on to talk about
Oh, yeah. How old is this?
I think it came out in like 2008 or something.
Hmm.
You need to go listen to the whole thing. Like, he talks a lot about stuff that ends up coming to fruition.
That's
and
frightening.
controlling nations with a microphone and all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Scott says, I was on a business call. Did I hear correctly that someone got shot in the leg with a kitten? Yeah. Jumper just made that up, but yeah, you did hear that. Also, real quick, I'm just there's a bunch of texts. Let's go with John. He says, "Hey, now I caught an episode of your podcast last night with the country lawyer, and it had me rolling. You and John Bird. Sorry, I don't know the other guy's name, but y'all are my favorite.
That's
yeah,
sweet.
it's that's Tony Gump, by the way. Tony Gump is the other guy. He's our executive producer for the podcast. But that was a wild episode. Yeah, there's plenty more stuff. Just go to our YouTube channel, search Over the Line Andrew Mclain, and we got tons of content on there. Old episodes. We do a couple a week.
Don't miss it, folks. Fun times.
So it's all kinds of stuff. There's the one where John Bird ate the strumming. That you should really check out.
God.
I think if you click the videos tab, that's where you can find that one. There's a long version and there's a highlight version. So if you go to the videos tab and scroll down a little ways, I think you can find it. Also, Dr. Dingling videos in there too.
Oh, brother.
All right, let's get out of here. Nodo Roofing, don't forget, 205-848-2299. 848-2299, online, nodoroofing.com. Hit them up, free roof inspection. Let them know your boy sent you. Until next time, see you, cut.